Hello everyone. It is Jackie with Pocket of Preschool, and I am so excited you're here with me tonight. Tonight, we are talking all about a Valentine's Day and a friendship theme. So come on in, say hi, let us know you're here, and then in the comments, really quick, tell me, do you do a Valentine's Day theme or do you call it a friendship like theme in your classroom? And do you do it for 1 week or 2 weeks? I'm always curious. I usually try to do it for 2 weeks because it's like one of my favorite themes for the whole year. And there's just so much literacy I can do so easily, and the kids get very, very excited about writing. So I usually do it for 2 weeks, which just like I'm doing this year. So so what I'm gonna do is walk you guys around the classroom, show you all the fun things that we're doing or that I've done in the past, and then I'm gonna show you our post office in the Dramatic Play Center, which is amazing. I'm very, very excited about it to show, and I can't wait to show it to you guys. And I have freebies for you too. So in the top of this post, make sure there's 3 different Valentine's Day freebies. So the one is, 2 of them are on my blog, so you'll have to go to the top and click Valentine's Day freebie, and it's a candy heart pattern game. And the other one is it's a giant fine motor Valentine's Day pack I made for you guys. So, all right, so I see a lot of people are doing, it's kind of a mix of 2 weeks, 1 week. So yeah, or maybe, no, actually, sorry, take it back. Now, they're all like rolling in now. A lot of people do 2 weeks. So I'm gonna flip it around and let me show you all of the funness. And I'm even like dressed, y'all. Like I got some red on for Valentine's Day. So I'm gonna flip it around and let me show you all the good stuff. Okay, so in the sensory table, we have colored rice, and it's super fun and relaxing. And then I got these little purple measuring spoons at the dollar store recently, and I actually take them apart so they're all individual, and they love doing just the little scoops into these. And these red hearts, they're actually a Valentine you can buy, like kids can buy, and the Valentine comes inside of them, and I bought them on clearance last year. They have them again this year. They're at Target, but yeah, they like go together like a plastic egg, except they're a heart, so they'd be really fun on the light table, or they're awesome in the sensory table or in Play-Doh. So somebody's asking about how much rice this is. I want to say this is maybe 2 of those big bags from Walmart. So, yeah, so fun. And then also I added, I think it's from the Target Dollar Spot, just some of those like table scatters in here too. And then the diamonds and the heart like gems from the dollar store. So they can make Valentine's Day goodies. So that's what's in my sensory table. And let me show you the fun fine motor math stuff I have for you guys. So these are Pattern Block challenges, and they're Valentine's Day theme inspired. And if you guys like these, let me know. After I'm done with science, I can try and do more themes for these fine motor packs. I wanted you guys to try it out and tell me if you like it or not. That way before I go ahead and make a whole ginormous pack of them. But yeah, so if you guys like these, let me know, and I can make more after I'm done with science. Oh, I see lots of hearts. Awesome. Thanks, guys. So, all right, now I know what to do after science. Fine motor fun. So yeah, so it comes with 2 different types of cards. So this one, they just put the shapes on top, and then this one is more challenging. They have to fill it in and make it match. So again, these are in my newsletter. The link is at the top of this post if you want to grab these. And then there's also these cube block challenge cards. So they just make the object with these cube blocks, and these are like like the real cube blocks. There's also cube blocks from Learning Resources that I actually liked better than these, but I bought so many of these I just kind of stuck with them, right? And I'll put a link for those in. I just like them better because they stick together a little bit better, I think. But yeah, so these come in 2 sizes as well. And when they're doing these pattern blocks, or 2 different levels too. So it's the color and then the black and white. So when they're doing these, they're doing spatial recognition, they're doing fine motor, they're doing math, how things fit together. And there's also geo boards in there. And I can't find mine. I have them printed and laminated, and I have no idea where they are, you guys. So here's I use these little ones. It's about like, here's the size of my hand. So what is that, like maybe like 5 inches? So they're the 5-inch ones from Amazon, and then I use, now I bought more, so everybody can have some. I just use the Loom rubber bands from Michael's. I just buy them on sale. So here's the Play-Doh tray, and this is another one of the fine motor cards that's in the freebie. It's just Play-Doh mats. And I also have at the bottom the word in lowercase, and you don't have to put out dry erase. They can just trace it with their finger. You don't have to put out markers with this. I just like that the word's down there so they can trace. But yeah, so this, I usually do like a love bug Play-Doh tray for Valentine's Day. So you basically have like the heart cookie cutters and then like eyeballs and popsicle sticks and things so they can make love bugs. But my kids are really into making like edible yumminess this year. So I put out some little cupcake liners and some heart cookie cutters that I've collected, Play-Doh. These are those diamonds from the dollar store. Some mini erasers. They usually pretend the mini erasers are sprinkles. So that's really fun. And then I put the fine motor mats out too, just to kind of, take it one step further. So yeah. So that is the Play-Doh tray. And you can also do, again, a love bug Play-Doh tray. That would be really fun. So, okay, you guys might think I'm crazy, but this is the art activity we did, that's out this week. So it's basically a open-ended heart collage. And as you can see, we use lots of glitter. My classroom is gonna have glitter all over for years. So I have them all up on the wall, and they look so pretty. And I love how each one is different. So all I did was I took a piece of large paper and I cut the hearts out. I didn't have the kiddos do that. I did that for them. And then I just put a tray out of a whole bunch of collage stuff I had on hand. And then, so I just cut up paper squares, nothing fancy. This is crepe paper. This is just ribbon. And then this is glitter. And if you don't like glitter, you can leave this out. I just love glitter. And these are those salt shakers from the dollar store. So that way they don't, one opened and spilled everywhere. But you know what, it's okay. And these are those heart doilies from the dollar store. But I just cut them up, I think into like 4s, like cut them into quarters. So they have some lace. And then, so I had to remake these because they had so much fun with them. But that way these are ready for Friday because I only teach Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But I have red, pink, purple, hot pink, and then white. And if you don't have all those colors, go ahead and mix and make new shades. But look how fun these are, you guys. So pretty. I'm sure the parents are gonna be like, oh no, don't send these home because they're kind of a hot mess. But they're so pretty. And again, so much fine motor because they were having to push all of the crepe paper and the ribbon into the paint. And what I love about using paint when I do collages is that you don't have to use a lot of glue because as you can see, like this one, she put this in here when the purple paint was wet, so it kind of absorbed and it stuck that way. But I do have glue out in case, the paint dries before they have time. So that is my open-ended art. And then on the table, you can kind of see it. It's just a clear shower curtain. There's the rings. From the dollar store, and that way the table doesn't get destroyed. So that way I can just fold this up and then put it away and it's not a crazy mess. Oh, and it contains the glitter, so I can pull the sides up and then just scoop the glitter in the trash or in wherever you want to put it. You can also do those smash paintings, so just make a heart. These I have in my Valentine's Day pack, and then they squeeze some paint on there. These little squeezers are from Discount School Supply. I love them because they don't squeeze a ton. But you can just put out the Valentine's Day colors if you want, like red and pink. I try and put out blue sometimes for Valentine's Day, that way, because I'm totally all about that pink is totally a boy color too, but some boys just like blue. So I put out blue too, and some girls like it too. So don't forget to put out blue sometimes for some of your Valentine's Day stuff. That way it's not just so pink and purple. But yeah, so they squeeze the paint on there and then they fold it in half and then they smash it and then they open it up. So super, super fun. You could do them little like this. You can do giant ones like that. So either one works. So really, really fun. And then I don't have paint at my easel right now, because what I'll do is when they get kind of bored with this, I'll just put those over there for this week. All right, so there's the beautiful art center with all of our hearts. And then I don't know if you've seen, but I put this video up that we made this awesome letter collage this last Friday. We made one, and then we made another one, so there's two actually, because they wanted to do it again. But all I did was write the letter in black permanent marker. And you could totally make this Valentine's Day theme just by using like red butcher paper and then putting out like Valentine's Day colored dot markers. And you could even put like letters and then put hearts out too, so they could dot hearts and letters, and that way you could do a Valentine's Day letter dotted. And then I just had it literally like right here on the floor. Because as you can see, I don't really have anywhere to hang it on the wall, and I was kind of afraid if I hung it on the wall, it would kind of bleed through. So I just put it right here on the floor, and they dotted it, and you know how quick they dry. So yeah, so you could definitely make a letter dotted in a Valentine's Day theme, or really any theme you want. Jennifer said she did this today, and they loved it. Sue wants to sign up for the newsletter. I will get you that link when I'm done. After I'm done, I usually go back through and answer questions. All right, so let's talk about some literacy. You guys know I love books. So let me show you a couple of my favorite Valentine's Day and friendship books. So there is this one. It's called Click Clack Moo, I Love You. I love this one. My kids love Click Clack Moo books, and I actually got to meet the illustrator this summer, and she is just a sweetheart. But this is a really sweet book about the little duck, and he has a Valentine's Day party, and he gives out Valentines to everyone, and like a wolf comes, and all the farm animals are scared, but the duck goes up to him and gives him a Valentine, and everything's okay, and then everybody dances with everybody. So it's just a really good book about kindness and acceptance. It's awesome. This is another one. We read this one today. It says In My Heart, and it's a book about feeling. And you guys, look at this. So she has different feelings, and then different things represent it. So her heart is happy, and it's like a star, or her heart is mad, and it feels like it's gonna explode. So, and it talks about how you can have different feelings, but this book is awesome. For Valentine's Day, or really anytime during the year. So yeah, and then it's also when you're doing Valentine's Day, it's also a good time to bust out some of the Llama Llama books. That way you can talk about this one, like Llama Llama Time to Share. If your kiddos are struggling with sharing or taking turns or anything like that, Llama Llama is a great series, and it works perfectly with a friendship theme because you can talk about how to be a good friend. And then on Friday, we're gonna make this anchor chart. I actually made the cupcake already, but we're gonna talk about all the qualities of a good friend. And this is in my Being a Good Friend social skills pack. But basically, they're gonna put on the sprinkles. So I totally cheat, you guys, and I laminate my anchor charts. That way I can reuse the pieces every year, and I don't waste ink, and I don't have to prep everything again, and I can just pitch the old one. So we're gonna make up a good friend and talk about all the different things that they can do to be a good friend. So yeah, oh, that's like the header. So yeah, so then we can fill our cupcake up and just talk about all the different ways that they can be a good friend. It's in this How to Be a Friend pack. And this one is, if you're not doing Valentine's Day, this is a really fun pack. It's got lots of fun. There's what it looks like when it's finished. But there's like an emergent reader in here. There's like a little caterpillar, friendship caterpillar. And then this one is my favorite. You can do like shout outs and make a friendship chain. And every time you see somebody being a good friend, they don't get the bracelet, you make a chain as a class. And somebody's asking, so this paper, my chart paper is not laminated. I usually have to make the chart paper every year, but my pieces, like these, are laminated. So that's how I cheat. That way I only have to remake this part, and I can, this part is already prepped for me. I do that a lot with my science charts, especially. And then if you are having a friendship party instead of a Valentine's Day party, do a friendship trail mix. And I have little notes in that, in the pack I just talked about that you can send home. And basically I'm gonna turn it around. So basically, everybody brings in a snack, and if you're train it free or something, put that in your note. And then everybody takes like a little scoop of everybody's, and then they get this like friendship trail mix because everybody brought in something that they love, and it's a really easy snack for friendship party or a Valentine's Day party, and it's not cupcakes and sugar and more sugar and juice because, like, let's face it, guys, parents, I mean, I do the same thing. Like, they want to help with the party, but they all bring in like cupcakes and cookies and strawberries that are covered in chocolate, and it's just too much sugar, which is why Valentine's Day parties go a little crazy. And I have Valentine's Day party ideas for you too, and I'll tell you about those at the end. But yeah, so try doing it, even if you don't have my pack, just try doing that for your Valentine's Day party, and you won't have all the cupcakes. I do love me some cupcakes though. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so here is the writing table, and it is packed with amazingness. So all of these printables are in my Valentine's Day Math and Literacy Center packs. But I have hearts, so that way everybody's cutting. And my 3-year-olds are even able to cut those with, if you guys watch my videos, you know I love these bounce back scissors. They literally bounce back open. So that way they only have to press and then they don't have to pull it back open. So even my 3-year-olds can cut these pretty much. Maybe not the small ones, but they can definitely do the bigger ones. And then here are the smaller bounce back scissors. Different kiddos, like some kiddos like the big ones, some kiddos like the small ones. But yeah, so I just have, these are just like empty blank cards, and then hearts and writing paper, stickers, and then I have what cards need. So like they need pictures and they need words. So I also have some fun sayings that they can put on their cards, and I have them in upper and lowercase to meet the needs of all my friends. And then look over here. I have a trash bucket because this center gets to be a hot mess because they're just creating and doing all these amazing things. And so the trash bucket I just put over there. You can tell one miss, but that way they don't have to like get up and stop. It keeps them engaged longer if they don't have to get up for the trash can. And it's just a bucket from the dollar store. It's nothing fancy. And then I always have these family word cards, which those are in the newsletter. They're in the bottom of almost every newsletter I send out. And then I have student name tags, which those are a freebie in my TBT store if you want to grab those for your Valentine's Day Center. So my little friends, they do, so they'll copy this and they'll put it on their card. So they'll put like "you're sweet" or "I love you" and they'll copy it. And if they want to sound spell it, that's totally fine with me too. They don't have to copy it if they don't want to, but it's there if they want it. And okay, this is totally off point. Not about Valentine's Day, but look at this, you guys. So we read My Truck is Stuck and they're obsessed. And I have these magnets in the bottom always of my magnet board, and this is from Lakeshore, but she retold the story and then made the words. And yes, there's no correlation between the words, but look at that. She was like, look at Miss Jackie, I got all the characters out and I spelled them for you. I was like, oh, thank you. I was just so excited. I got a picture, put it in her portfolio. So awesome. But do you see how each one is actually a word? It's not like going on forever. So that tells me she has the concept of word almost down, which is awesome. All right. Totally off subject, but I was so super excited when she did that. And then I busted out some writing trays for Valentine's Day. And in this one, it's salt. And then these are sprinkles. And people always ask me where I find fun sprinkles. And usually like Marshalls or TJ Maxx has those giant fun sprinkles for like $4 for giant ones. And then I actually saved this, so I'll put this sprinkle in like a little baggie so I have it for next year so I don't have to keep remaking it unless, you know, my kids get sick and then it goes in the trash. You know how that is. When everybody's sick, all the sensory stuff goes in the trash. But they just pick a letter, and I have uppercase and I have lowercase, so they would just make it with their finger and then they can shake to erase. And then for my older friends, if they want to, they can pick a letter, they can read the letter, they can build it, which I don't have my building blocks out. Normally, oh, magnets, they must put them away. I had magnets, so they build it with magnets. Or just, you know, find the Y with a magnet, and then they write it at the bottom, which is why there's dry erase markers. They must have put my magnet letters away. I have to put those back out. So normally I have magnet letters like right there. But they're so sweet, and they put them away for me. So let me show you some more math and literacy goodness. So attention, freebie alert again. So these are on my blog. So you can go to the top of this post and grab this. But they're just little, they're super simple, but they're just little heart, uppercase, lowercase puzzles. And this is that party filler bag stuff from the dollar store. Like this is 2 bags, I think. And so I hide the letters in it. You can put it in the rice too if you want. And then they have to pull out the pieces, and then obviously there would be more in there because I have the whole set. But I wouldn't probably put the whole alphabet in there. Probably put maybe half or maybe like 10 letters or something. But put the letters in there, and then they can find them, and it's so fun. It just makes letter puzzles just a little bit more fun, and you add fine motor when you add those tweezers. And again, these are a freebie on my blog, www.pocketofpreschool.com. You can just search Valentine's Day and you'll see them. And in my Math and Literacy Center packs, I'm going to show you just a couple things from there, and then I'll show you my post office. Oh, and I forgot to show you STEM and blocks. And then, so these are just, excuse me. Oh, thanks for answering her question. So the writing trays they're from Melissa and Doug Toys. Melissa and Doug lacing sets. So this is just a beginning sound game. So they have to put the stamp on the envelope and match the sound. There's cover up, which is always fun. Number dotted, there's also a letter dotted in this pack. And then Valentine shapes. So save those boxes from your chocolates, and you can totally play fun games with them. Put some brown pom-poms in, and you can just do a transfer game and fine motor. And I want to remind you guys, if you don't like these as a worksheet, just make them into a game mat. Like these are just printed on red paper, and I laminated them. So if you don't like worksheets, that's totally fine. You can always make any of my worksheets, and most of the time, into a game board. So they would pick a card, square, or rectangle, and then they could just cover it up. And you could use brown pom-poms and pretend it's chocolate. I just had those diamonds over there for that game. But yeah, so, and then another idea, if you're doing dotted boards, or any kind of cover boards, try and use stickers. Stickers are really fun to get that fine motor in, and then they can use the sticker to cover their board. And these are just rainbow rulers. So what they do is they grab an object, and you can also put out real objects too, and they measure how big the object is using the rainbow ruler. So obviously our little itty bitties are not using a real ruler yet, but they can definitely count 1, 2, 3. This butterfly is 3 hearts tall. And then here is another fun game. So it's just number cards, and they're just counting out how many. Oh, I can't get them out. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So just a simple counting game. And then I also have a graphing activity in. And then if you don't, you can always make this too, just on chart paper. You don't have to have the fancy clip art. But it's really fun. You guys, I'm on like a sticker like craze and dotted craze lately. But use stickers to graph who loves whatever. Maybe do you love cookies or cupcakes more, or do you love bunnies or bears? So try and use stickers for graphing. This just kind of mixes it up a little bit. And then this is another freebie. So this is on my blog. So they're basically making the pattern on top of it, and then they can extend it. But I, however, bought these from Target, and they don't have any white hearts in them. So I gotta go back and get another one. These are the sweet and sour ones. I was trying to make sure I had blue, but this bag doesn't have white or purple. So luckily I had a couple boxes of like hearts, so I have some purple, but I don't have any white. So I'm gonna have to go back and get some white ones. But they were okay. They're like, it's okay, Miss Jackie, we'll just go with the flow. We'll just pretend this white is yellow. I was like, good job being flexible, guys. I was so proud of them flex. You know how sometimes that doesn't work like that. Kiddos can't be flexible all the time. All right, so now, drum roll please, here is the post office. Dun, 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 dun. So this I just released at the end of January, I think. And it's awesome. It's been so much fun to make. It's so much fun for my kids, which is why we're not doing a lot of literacy games, because they're so busy writing Valentines for each other. And let me show you in here. So this is a box that I covered in. Okay, so you're gonna let me. Okay, so I originally made my mailbox. The kiddos, my own kiddos, they painted it and it dried green, which is super, right? The green mailbox. So I just spray painted it blue because post office can't have a green mailbox. So let me flip it around. I'll show you how to make it. Okay, so all you do is you take a box and you can either paint it or spray paint it blue. And I didn't even attach it. I didn't even get fancy. And I put, this is red duct tape because I thought it would look a little naked. So I just put some red duct tape around it and I put the sign on it and just put that across. But look at this mail, you guys. Oh my gosh. They are making mail for each other. Oh my gosh. So they'll make it in library and then they'll come over here and they'll put it in. Or they can also, if they want to, they can make, if they're the customer, they can make it over here and then they can put it in the mailbox. So, and then what the worker does is they take the mail from the mailbox and then they sort it. So you can already see we're getting lots of literacy. So like little Mr. Austin, he's got a Valentine in there. So they would take this mail over here and they, oh my gosh, and look at this. How she did this on her own. Like, so cute is that? I got some really creative little friends. Oh my gosh, I love that. So she would have to open up the card and read that it was Cassie, and then she would have to find Cassie and then put it in her mailbox. Oh, sorry, the camera angle was really bad on that, guys. Okay, you guys are gonna laugh at me again how I made these. And don't yell at me that I drink this much soda, because we have so much soda now in my fridge. So these are 12, like a 12 pack of soda. And if you don't drink soda, you can ask for parents to bring it in. Yeah, so I just taped one row together at a time, and then I taped the whole thing together, and you can tell I ran out of duct tape, but it works good so I can show you guys. But I just covered it in duct tape because honestly, after we're done with this theme, this will probably stay in my classroom for a while. So you can see all the mail everybody has, and we've only had it out a couple days. So, and I've made these before with, when I taught full day one year, I had like 23 kids. And I usually put teachers on it too, but I forgot on this year. Oops. I might add another row for teachers at the bottom. And that way too if we get an extra kiddo. But yeah, so you can totally make it bigger. I had it one year with 25, and it lasts me, like this thing should probably last me about 3-ish years. And then I'll probably have to make a new one. So even if you go to all the trouble of making it, it will last a while. And it's cheap and easy and amazing. But yeah. And then I have word cards, so that way they can write all the different things, again in uppercase and in lowercase. And then we have our prices, and we have our cash register, and then we have our order, so that way they're reading and writing, even if they're just reading the pictures, that is okay. And then, oh, I lost the label. We have our post office supplies, I guess you would call it, sorted by size. So we have like large, medium, and then small. So now they're doing size, and they can also weigh their packages. Again, more measurement. So lots of measurement and math in the post office. And then we have stamps, so they're sorting by color. So I actually wish I would not have laminated these, because they're actually putting the stamps on these and they're taking them home, which is fine. But just so you know, if you make these, I probably wouldn't laminate them again, because they're taking them home. But that's okay, it happens, right? And then here is all of the different kinds of mail. So we have postcards and cards and letters, and we have bubble wrap if they want to wrap it up. And then I didn't want to go out and buy super expensive like post office worker clothes. So I bought like an extra large kids t-shirt from Walmart, and then I hot glued this on. And you guys, look, it's like staying. So I'll just use these $4, $3, whatever they were, t-shirts for my center, and then I'll probably have to pull this off to wash it. But you don't have to buy all the fancy Melissa and Doug stuff because I don't really have a lot right now in there. I would say if you're building your classroom, for sure get like some kind of grocery stand, because this is the grocery stand. I have that's under there. And then I have the cash register and I have the scale. But other than that, most of the stuff is just stuff that I make. I do love the cleaning kit though. My kids love that thing. So yeah. And then I wanted to show you, so this is in my Teachers Pay Teacher store. I'll give you a backup view this way. Oh, the mail cart. Okay, so the post office worker, so the customer puts the mail in, and then the post office worker sorts it, and then the post office worker can deliver it. So they'll put their mail, I need to do a video of my little kiddos doing this because it was adorable today. And so much language and oral language, it was awesome. But they put the mail in, and then they drive the mail cart, which is literally, you guys, it's my knockoff Melissa and Doug one that I got on Christmas on clearance. But they drive it to wherever their friend is, if they're in Blocks or wherever, they drive it over there and they give it to them. And then you should see the smile on their face when their mail is delivered to them. It's just, just makes them heartfelt. And I would show you Blocks, but they're loving the ramp study, so I kept it, and that's totally okay. So I want to show you what we can do for Blocks if you're doing a Valentine's Day theme. But if you want to see all about my ramps, I'll link that video in a minute. But at the science table, I have magnets because friends stick together and magnets stick together. So I thought that would be the perfect thing at the science table. So I have these sensory balls that I'm going to just throw around apparently, that stick. And so they can test out what magnet is the strongest. And then we have a sort, so they can sort if an item is magnetic or not magnetic. So super simple, but still got some vocabulary going on, just all kinds of scientific inquiry skills happening. So some things that you can put in, these are in the block center, but I have them these are my STEM drawers. So this is kind of all the little stuff kiddos can build with. So you can put mini erasers, these glass gems. Here are some of the Valentine's Day STEM I can build cards. I can build a candy hideout, a heart, a mailbox, a mail train, a candy necklace, a present. There's all kinds of fun stuff in there. But, hold on, turn it around. But you can also put in, just grab like some fake roses, put those in there. You can grab some like foam hearts, like these. Just grab some of these and put those in there. You can get some roses, some like these, and just pull off the flower head. If I can do it one-handed, maybe. Just pull these off and put some roses in. You can put some empty chocolate boxes in there. That would be really fun. And I'll put a picture of what I did last year for my block center when I did Valentine's Day. It has lots of ideas. But yeah, so I know I told you guys I was going to tell you guys about what I do for my Valentine's Day party. And and I'm just saying, this is what I've done, and you don't have to do it this way too. But I have kiddos. I'm trying to grab something. Okay. My kiddos, every year we make our own bags at school because some parents, it's very stressful for them to make a Valentine's Day box, or they don't have time, or maybe the materials, or the money to make these fancy Valentine's Day boxes. So my kiddos just make Valentine's Day bags. Like here's mine, and I keep it every year so I don't have to remake it. But I just get those white bags from the dollar store or like Target or something, and they just put foam stickers on them. And they are just as happy with these Valentine's Day bags as they are with all these like fancy boxes. And then all the parents aren't stressed. The kids aren't sad because, they forgot theirs, or their parent didn't make it, or, something like that. So it just avoids a lot. And so we just make bags, and it's great fine motor. Awesome, right? Gotta sneak in fine motor. And I just use like those foam hearts that you can get at the dollar store. And we just do it for table time one morning, like nothing Nothing stressful. And then you can also, one thing we do, because I know everybody loves to make Valentine's Day cards for their moms and dads, we do it as a small group, so I can sneak in some more writing, and I just give everybody a blank piece of paper, and they can either sound spell or copy Happy Valentine's Day, and then I give them washi tape, just some Valentine's Day washi tape, and they can put it on there, and then that way they have a present for mom or dad. But yeah, so they can make Valentine's Day cards. A fun thing to do at a Valentine's Day party that isn't stressful is just to make necklaces. Get these, usually usually the dollar store has these little heart beads, and then these are just cut straws, so they can cut the straws and make the necklace. And I use this, it's that plastic string. It's from the craft store, and it doesn't tangle, and it's super easy. And that way, if they don't do the whole thing, it's not a big deal, but it's super, super simple, and it's a really easy party activity. I usually make necklaces for at least one party every year, if not a couple, because parents love it, kids love it, they can work on it together, it's awesome. And then you can also do the I Love You to Pieces craft activity. This is in my Valentine's Day Math and Literacy Centers pack, so if you have that, you could do this for your Valentine's Day party. And then I wanted to tell you guys some gross motor games. So I know Valentine's Day, it's all about being friends. So why not, instead of playing hot potato, play I guess hot flour, I don't know. But just pass around a flower, and they have to be gentle so they don't hurt the flower. So they can practice using their gentle hands with their friends. So they pass the flower around, and when the music stops, whoever has the flower, usually I just have them stand up and turn around and sit back down. It's never you're out or anything like that. They just, they're just the one who ended with it. So they get to stand up, turn around, and then they sit back down. Just with these simple flowers. You can also do a flower toss. So give everybody a partner, and they can, when the music comes on, they can just practice tossing the flower to their friend. And these won't hurt. They're not, pointy or anything. Just make sure you get ones with not crazy plastic or something. But yeah, so just some easy, fun, gross motor games. You can also do, with these, I love these foam hearts. They're usually at Michael's or Target Dollar Spot sometimes, but you can put these on the floor, scatter them out, and maybe put out 10. And then so the kids dance around, and then when the music stops, they have to stop, and they have to put their toe on the heart. And then every time take away one heart before you turn on the music. So by the end, there's 2, so you start with 10, and then there's 9, and there's 8, and then there's 7, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And then by the end, they have to problem solve and figure out how they can all be on the heart. And if it's this big, 18 kiddos, because I did this in my full day classroom, 18 kiddos are not gonna fit on this heart. So they're like, well, if we're touching our friend, or if we're hugging our friend, then they're touching because we're touching. So it's a really great problem solving and friendship activity, and it's super, super simple, but it's still super fun. You can also do that with hula hoops. If you don't have these little hearts, you can also make them, use a paper heart and just laminate it. So yeah. So I'm trying to, because some of you guys are saying you wanted gross motor activities too when I do my Facebook Live, so I'm trying to help you guys out with those. So yeah, I just forget all the things when I talk. So yeah, so do you guys have any questions for me? Anything else you want to see or do? It's about that time. I try and wrap these up around an hour. That way I don't keep you guys too long. So yeah, so again, at the top of this post, make sure you're grabbing all the freebies. So you can get that fine motor pack, and then that will be at my freebie links are usually at the bottom. Grab the fine motor pack, and then grab these heart puzzles, and then grab the candy heart puzzles. So you got lots of freebies for Valentine's Day. I love Valentine's Day. So yeah. So somebody says they are working on sight words. So a fun activity to do with sight words are these read, build, write mats. This activity actually comes with sight word cards. So they would put the sight word card here, and then they would build it with the heart letters that are included. So they would build it with these letters, and they would write it at the bottom. So that would be a fun fine motor, or not fun fine motor, fun sight word game you could do for Valentine's Day. Otherwise, hop over to the group and we keep chatting. And you guys have an amazing night, and I will talk to you soon.